You know what I'm saying?
I seen Jay-Z on David Letterman on Netflix.
Right.
He talks about Trenton, New Jersey. He talks about
Shout out Trenton.
He talks about Trenton, New Jersey. He talks about Spanish.
Trenton on the 14th is going to be a movie. Just want to let you know that.
You brought him to Trenton, New Jersey.
That's right.
So if it wasn't for you, that was your family?
That's my family.
So the whole...
They still family.
But a lot of his upbringing was due to you in Trenton.
Yeah. East Trenton groomed me. That's on the record. That's on record.
That's
on record. It's going to be on screen. I got to keep pulling this out. That's why I keep calling this the Reasonable Doubt, man. This is it right here, man. This is it. This is what the 10 years I've been working for, man. But the way we talking about it, like,
yeah.
That's why I'm like, it would be sick if they don't want to see this. If, you know what I mean? If they don't support this, it would be sick.
So, Trenton, that's your connect. Everything is through you. So you bring them to Trenton from Marcy.
Yeah.
Then y'all end up going a little more south.
Then from Trenton to Maryland.
And then in Maryland, you knew Emory.
Yeah.
So he met Emory through you?
Yeah.
You know the people like gonna be like,
yeah, I mean
they're gonna be like, what?
Yeah.
So let's jump forward to 2018. I'm gonna ask you something about 2018, and then we could go back. 2018, we see Biggs there. Salute to Biggs. We see Emory with Jay-Z. Salute to Emory. We see Jay-Z. But we don't see you in the equation, and not besides Biggs, you are the glue between Emory and Jay-Z. How did you get cut out of the equation?
I never was in that triangle.
As far as the music?
As far as music. I never was in that triangle. When it got to that, like, it was already conflict within our circles. It was already like Jay and our relationship was pretty shaky then.
So now I'm gonna go back on you. Rockefeller is a thought. From what we hear about Rockefeller, and I don't want you to say anything that could get motherfuckers, to go in some files and no shit, but you were a part of the foundation of Rockefeller.
No doubt.
In more ways than one.
No doubt. We ain't saying a lot about that. Hell no. Like, I am the foundation. I put a lot of work in. You know what I'm saying? People that I introduced him to that he with now put work in. Like, you know what I'm saying? People put, a lot of people made sacrifices for that, man. I ain't gonna just say but definitely, you know what I'm saying, I put a substantial amount of sacrifices on my, with my time and stuff and resources to make that shit happen.
We'll just use the word resources.
Yeah.
But when the story comes out, it's Dame, Biggs, and him. Why? I mean, for obvious reasons, I can understand why you might not be mentioned, but they was openly admitting that they used their drug money to start a record label, but they won't say you helped anybody who was behind it.
Yeah, I mean, I can go, maybe they did.
Okay.
Maybe they did. Maybe I wasn't a part of that time right there.
Okay.
If you say they used theirs, all right, then they probably used theirs, but at some point, how did they get theirs?
Got you.
Know what I'm saying?
Got you.
That's what we got to talk about. How did they get theirs? Like, still got to, it's levels, man, that they had to go through to get theirs. So, either way, but you're not going to scratch me out of history. You're not going to scratch me like I ain't have no parts of that.
Who came to you and asked you for help? Dame. So now when you see Dame in 2018 and he helped people and they didn't pay him back, do you sometimes want to say, well, nigga, you did that shit to me?
Yeah, what goes around comes around. You know what I'm saying? I'm a true believer of that. Yeah, that happens.
What's your relationship like with Dame today?
None. You know what I'm saying? Like, haven't heard to none of them dudes in years, especially Dame. And like, I had a relationship with Dame outside of Jay. So
Okay.
where my relationship with Dame is, when I got in my situation, like, he never asked me, was I good? Was I all right for all that for the favors that I done for him? You know what I'm saying? So I kind of like took that personal. He asked me, am I good? Am I all right? Do I need anything? You know what I'm saying? So, for somebody that advocate, you know what I'm saying, you got to hold the homies down in these type of situations, but maybe he ain't feel like I was a homie. I don't know. But I just felt personal about it. So I have not spoken to Dame.
You have a story of you investing in parties, events, and you ain't make your bread.
Yeah. Yeah, I did that story is in there.
Uh-huh.
I did a show, I did a show in South Carolina, and it didn't work out. It didn't work out at all.
It happens sometimes.
It happens, you know what I'm saying?
But you had to eat the L. Though.
Yeah, I ate the L. But this is where me and Dane went south at.
That was the beginning.
That was the beginning of that. Like, word. It didn't go well. Jay was like, you know what I'm saying? You don't even worry about the rest of that. He's seen how much money I had spent.
How much did you put in?
I don't know. I was over 40, 50 bands or something like that. I'm talking about top of the line. I had niggas. I mean, it was tight. I took care. I covered all the bases when it comes to a promoting situation. So it didn't work out, and Dane was just being. I don't know where it come from all of a sudden, but Dane was being arrogant about, leftover money that I was supposed to give them, that it didn't work out. So what? You know what I'm saying? That ain't our fault. That's the attitude he was giving me. While Jay giving me, don't worry about it. You know what I'm saying? Just don't worry about him. He act like that, this and that. Instead of Jay, I think Jay should have really put his foot down and be like, listen, that's, you forgetting on, what he brought to the table and the help. Plus, that's my, I just think that I didn't think Jay handled that situation right.
He didn't hold you down the way you did.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Because of y'all personal relationship.
Yeah, our personal relationship and us being Moss, like, all of that, you know what I'm saying? Like, nigga. So, shit was shaky then, you know what I'm saying? But Dame kept, it was just almost about to be a bad situation, man, because I had my boy C. Gotti, shout out to my man in South Carolina, man. I see you when you come home, man. This shit gonna be all good. Man, in South Carolina, and them boys was deep. Them niggas didn't like the way Dame was carrying it. And I was like, yo, man, this nigga got his little kid with him. He don't understand this.
Was it his little boy at the time? Okay.
His little son was like a little baby at that time.
Okay.
And I was just like, damn, man, you shouldn't be talking like that, you know what I mean? And you got your little boy with you. This could be a bad situation. But, like I said, I mean, me thinking positive and letting that type of shit ride and not taking shit to the stream has got me to where I am now. You know what I'm saying? My life, like I said, this is my story. Mm-hmm. It's so much more. Like, you got to understand, like, at some point, Jay was going in the studio. What was my time away from Jay when Jay was creating the studio time and all this? That's what you haven't heard.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying?
So we because the world just thinks you spent all your time with him.
You know what I'm saying? like that's why they be like, yo, where was you when Jay was killing the tunnel, nigga? In Philly, living like a rap star myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I'm heavy in DC, or I was in other cities. Like, I really wasn't following him around in the beginning. Like, when he was at the early on in that, like, I wasn't impressed. Like, I seen it. Like I said, that's what's in the script. I seen it when it was on tiny pieces of match papers, my dog. You know what I'm saying?
You was there when they actually got their Rockefeller official paperwork. Right?
Yes.
And they was like, we're legal. This is an actual company.
Dane. I remember Dane coming in the door. Wasn't nobody there but me and Dane. Nobody there was me and Dane.
Was he always hot-headed like that? Or?
Nah, hell no.
Was it the money, you think?
Yeah. Nah, that's why I was so surprised in South Carolina. Like, word. After, it ain't just the business that I conducted, the relationship. I remember him having an altercation, and my niggas get ready to step out of the box for him.
You said at a club, somebody
you know what I'm
leaked
saying?
him with a bottle.
So, like I said, that's why I was more.
Was that the big punch shit?
No, that was Keith Murray, Death Squad shit, I believe.
Oh, he fought Keith Murray or some shit like that.
Some shit had happened with them, but, you know, we had them niggas lined. All I had to do was get a word. But I knew that it was just too much. So I was like, nah, dead it. But the fact of the matter, he came to me for the help. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, like I got every right to feel some type of way when I was in need, how niggas do. So.
Hey, make sure you subscribe to Doggie Diamonds No Filter podcast on iTunes. The link is in the description box. Also, leave a comment and rate the podcast. Thank you. Thank you.